Okay, I am back, and that was a huge pile of grass back there. Good grief. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Actually, the ground is perfectly dry, but you're sinking into it, so I don't know what the deal there is. Ground is perfectly dry. I think I should have an opportunity to fertilise this field with very little issue. Already 10% done, yay. Is that field in front of me a real field, or is that beyond the edge of the map? I don't know. I could do that. That is actually a real field. That's cool. So, well, I guess as we were saying, we'll get this fertilisation done. We're going to have to check on when the rain's due to come back. We might need to get out and do that fairly promptly. But once this is done, we'll fly this back to the farm and start baling. Valtra should be far enough ahead that we can start working the Renault. And then hopefully we should be finished with the baling and wrapping. Fortunately, it'll be wrapped, so if it rains, it's then protected. Technically. Game mechanic doesn't matter. Try and position this in the middle of the light blue bit, and we should catch all of it. %, and done. Boop. Alrighty, let's get paid. Get this vehicle home. 3,600. Any more there's 2 new cultivating contracts. Again, bad time of year. This does kind of indicate why there's not a lot of winter crops planted in Scotland. For the most part, do I go this way? Yes. Yeah, even barley, there's like 10-20% of the barley planted every year is winter. All of the rest of it is spring, which for a farm sim guy, that's kind of not the way we do things. We tend to plant things in the winter to get the earliest opportunity to harvest, so that we can turn the field round before it gets too cold. But, you know, it's a thing. We're a little low on fertilizer. I'm okay with that. Drive! Yes! And crash into the hedge. I guess I don't need courseplay turned on there. But yeah, we really need to get to work with the Renault now, because we have serious amounts of work that needs to be done before the rain happens. The rain is predicted. Again, I haven't checked as to when. And I think I'll put the spreader in the lean-to as well. Oh, we're already driving past the farm. Okay. Should be an entrance to this field on the outside. There isn't. The only entrance to this grass field to our right is through the farm or into field 103. Still, this puts us on the other side of the yard. And the Deutz needs to be fixed. Kind of close. So we'll do that. So I'm going to put the fertilizer in front of the seeder, or planter or something. Could put it in front of the seed tank. Puts them all together. Although I don't really want to block everything in. I'll put it in this bay. The thing is, for the most part, whenever I do seeding, I'm probably going to need to do fertilizing, so we can get the tractor set up for that at the same time. Okay, this can go in front of the mellow. I'd like to get the lime spreader under cover, but we'll think about that for a while. It's one of those things I don't use frequently, so I could just put it into a shed right at the back and just get stuff out of the way as and when I need to. Okay, Deutz is unhealthy. We'll get that fixed. Look at that. We have not a lot of stuff in here anymore, which is good. Okay, Deutz is done. You can sit there. You're rowing the thing, and you need to bale and wrap some silage. Yay. Yeah, this is the issue. I think the double rows, obviously the triple rows are just a nightmare for this baler. I think the double rows are just too much for it to cope with. Obviously, the square baler didn't have too much of a problem with that, but kind of getting to the point where I just this is 5,500. Oh. Oh, the mid-size hay bales are tiny. That's interesting. Okay. I have to get to 5,500 here, so we have a long drive yet. Okay, and here we are around where the Valtra's working. I think I kind of want to get this all filled up here. Do this row, and as per usual, I'm going to do it. Whoa, half and half. Taken by surprise. Suddenly, a wild bale leaps from the back of the baler. this up a little. Because I wasn't paying attention to how full the baler was getting, and we actually succeeded in creating a bale before the wrapper emptied. Okay. That time not so much. As I said, the whole point of double rowing is to make it create bales quicker and reduce the number of passes I need to make with a baler, and this is not working for me. So I'm kind of looking at this and saying our rowing option isn't the greatest, but I want a rower. I could recruit the Deutz into rowing. And running the baler on this, because I think this this one has the higher horsepower between the two small tractors. Interesting thoughts. And then get the red little green windmill thing to do my rowing. It's a little bit boring because every farm starts with it, but it's the options that we have. 2:30, that's fine. Whee. And that's why I want to do edges rather than try and... It's a little bit of a false economy to try and get a complete row doing this, because if I fail I can end up having to go up and down the road twice, which not the greatest of plans. Whereas if I go along the edge, I know I could collect potentially the entire row in one pass, but at least I'm making sure I'm getting all of the right hand side of this row collected. And we'll be able to get the rest of it in only one pass. Assuming I don't miss any while we're doing the collection. Still, how are we doing? It's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is a good time. Wasn't the rain was supposed to come much later? Oops. And this is where I screw up. Well, I'll go back down the right hand side here. Because we're generally having to clean up the very ends of the row, regardless of what I do. So this is probably going to be an entire row before we throw out a bale. Do. 5. We're going to fill this up. And I think while it's unloading, we did not check store sales, so we knew about those. That's still available. I want to know if it'll pick up carrots, parsnips, and the other thing. That's the thing. I could load up Zelonka and see if that has adjustments to pick up the new crops. Oh, we could get a tractor with a big giant thing on top. Awesome. 300 horsepower. Wow, that's a big tractor. Okay, Kern 6 meter planter. We've got. Didn't we already have one of those? No. Okay. That. Ooh, electric tractor. Grassland roller. Yeah, grass roller. Slurry tank. Small plough thing. Oh, those things again. We had so much fun with those on Maypole. And if I hadn't bought the Axion, the 800, that would be an option. But maximum horsepower is 225. Which would force me, that basically forces me to use the, what is it? The 900, 940 on the big square baler. I kind of like the options of being able to use one of two tractors for any given task. Preferably the smallest, but if it's not available, I can use the next one. It's just a case of being versatile with the equipment. We now have serious numbers of vehicles, which is good. I like the options we now have. Is the voucher finished? No. He's got a minute. Well, he'll be finished shortly. Oh, really? Missed a bit. How the heck did that happen? Close to full, so just tear the plastic on that one. Not a problem. And 5 done. Hi hi hi. If only there was an easy way to do that. I kind of understand why this is such a laborious task, and that's because silage collection or silage sales are very, very lucrative. Silage contracts are very lucrative. So forcing me to do a lot of manual work kind of makes sense. It's like collecting sugar beets and potatoes. Pain in the butt, but the payout at the end is good. Okay, take the long row. Looks like most of this corner is now done, which is good. So we just got the big giant rows to do. This is the first blob again. That really is down to the precision of this pickup. It's difficult to use. managed to get all of that one done. Might be time to do a main pass again. Or maybe diagonally. I've noticed there's some problems with collecting along these ends. Like that. More so on the other end. Okay, let's miss that bit. Let's go grab a row. Make the most of it. And probably go down and collect that long string there. Poo. Okay. So the nice thing we have now, we have a baler that we're only going to be doing silage bales, contract silage bales with. So I don't have to use, well, I don't have to use this baler too frequently because, except if I do a lot of silage contracts, I do have to use this baler for all of those. But, you know, it's sort of, I don't have to use too much time on the baler doing silage contracts. The square baler will be used for hay contracts. Again, there tend to be a contract I'd like to avoid doing because, or typically I like to avoid doing, because it doesn't pay as good as silage contracts. However, now that we have the square baler, it's kind of actually good to do it. Because you saw that last one we had done very short order. And that, let's stop before we drop that on the row. That's kind of handy, I think. Now, the converse is, having a mower that rows, I could then just do a follow me with this kit, and I wouldn't have to get so frustrated with how difficult it is to do the baling wrapping contract, or running this baler. I can just stick it follow me behind a mower and just let the mower go, and I appear to be, engines stalled, transmission stuck. So and that is one issue I've found with this tractor, is occasionally you'll switch from reverse to forwards and it just won't engage. So you have to nudge it back a little bit and then the transmission will engage. We're good. Bale. Oh. And I'll clear across this end as well. This is a really tedious job, and there's no easy way around it. $5,500. Come on. Did I look at the store sales? I think I did. Yeah. Nothing exciting going on there. Patch of grass got missed. It is what it is. That's probably down to the... it's probably a divot in the ground there. Ugh. So once we've got all these baled, collecting and delivering is gonna be a breeze. Yeah, cheating with auto load trailers, but